Free bikes, free equipment, paid to ride your bike. It's every mountain biker's dream to become a sponsored athlete. So how exactly do you turn a childhood dream into reality? Well, today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to point you in the right direction. All of this sounds like the absolute dream, but like most things in life, it comes at a cost. And I think the first thing we need to figure out is what exactly a sponsorship is. So the term sponsorship is the act or provision of sponsoring an event, an activity or a person financially or through the support of product. So in short, a brand will support you with product or even money, but this doesn't come free. This is the part where most people get confused. A brand won't just sponsor you because you can do massive jumps or throw bar spins, because there's no value in these amazing skills. So what you need to do is you need to convert these skills into something that holds value for a brand. So doing big jumps and bar spins is not actually completely useless, because what you can do is use these skills to either win races or freestyle competitions, or use them to build yourself an audience. However you've built your following or achieved your results, you now have something which is of value to a brand, so you can start to think about sponsorship. Essentially at this point you are going to be turning a hobby or a passion into a job. It's like a business, and you can't learn this at school or go to college. So that's where today I'm going to hopefully help out by giving you some tips and pointing you in the right direction. My first piece of advice is to love what you do. Now, this might seem like an obvious one because being a pro rider looks like the absolute perfect life on the outside, but believe me, it's a very long, difficult road where you're gonna have setbacks financially and physical in terms of injuries. And I think if you don't absolutely love what you do, then your chances of turning it into a job are very, very slim. Even once you have sponsors and it is your job, it's not easy, and there's definitely many times when a normal job would be so much easier, but it's that love and that burning passion and desire to not only push the sport, but to be able to ride every single day, which is what makes being a pro EMTB rider the best job in the world, and why the love of the sport is my first tip for sponsorship.
In my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame.
My second tip is to create your product. Now, you've absolutely fallen in love with mountain biking, but it's time to find out where you fit in. And I said at the start of the video that you have to create something that holds value, and I'm going to refer to this as your product. The best place to start when creating your product or finding your niche is to look at your goals. Do you want to win races? Do you want to be up there doing slopestyle and freestyle contests? Maybe you want a career in creating content and pumping out loads of videos there for people to watch. However, I think the best place to begin is to self-evaluate, take a look at where your skills and strengths are, because this is a good path to follow and most likely the path that you will enjoy the most. Try to build something that is unique, because this will help it to stand out and in turn help you to grow your audience. And if you're looking to go down the more results driven side of things like racing or contests, then train hard and try to be as creative and unique as you can in your discipline. And don't forget content. I feel for every mountain bike athlete nowadays, it is super important, because you can't win races forever. For example, if you happen to be doing well at contests or in the races, then there's a good chance you'll be gaining recognition, which means your audience is growing, so it's the perfect chance to jump on the bandwagon and start creating some content.
Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed, all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah.
My next tip is to take every opportunity that comes your way. No matter how big or how small that opportunity might be, there is always something that you can learn. Like most things in life, you have to start at the bottom and work your way up to the top, unless you're some super talented rider, in which case you probably won't be watching this video. You should never ever let your ego get in the way, because you're never too experienced or too good to learn from something or someone. Throughout my whole career, I've taken every single opportunity that came my way, and there's been so many times when I've taken something and been there like, what am I doing here? This is not very helpful. But I've always approached it with the mindset that one day that information might be useful. So I try to absorb as much as I can, and there's always something that you can take from every situation. Let me give you an example. I'm sure that there is a lot of very talented riders watching this video, but if I said to you, here's a photographer, now go and take some photos for a brand that they can use in magazines or shop windows, I'm sure not many people would come back with results, because you're not just thinking about the riding, you're reading the lighting, the environment, and thinking about the style of the brand and how to shoot for them, and whether that's something they would even use in a shop window or potentially a catalogue. So there might be one person you know that has done one more photo shoot than you, who just has that bit more experience, and that is so valuable because it can really help you just to understand these skills in working in them environments. Finally, the bike industry is actually quite small and everyone knows everyone. So take what you can, meet who you can, because you never know what opportunity that might create or lead to.
I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits.
Let's talk about approaching a brand for the very first time. So, first of all, you need to think about the type of brand that you're going to be working with and how that fits in with what you're doing. So, for example, there's no point approaching a cross-country or a road cycling brand if you're a freestyle rider, because they're not going to be interested, and neither is your audience. It's going to seem very forced if it goes anywhere, and it's probably actually going to result to a loss or a drop in views, which is bad. If I'm being completely honest, when you're starting out, I would actually try reaching out to a local shop or a local bike park and sit down, have a conversation, see what their plans are, what bikes they're trying to push, what they're trying to do in terms of their marketing, and then how you can fit into that. It's always good to go into that sort of thing with a bit of a plan and show them what you have and show them what you can offer and how you can improve their business. In the beginning, you'll probably be offered a discount on your parts, or maybe, if you're lucky, you might get some freebies, but don't think that you're getting the raw end of the deal here, because like I said, take every opportunity that comes your way. Bike shops have a lot of traffic. You don't know who's going to come in. It could be someone that works for your dream brand. I would strongly advise at the start that you don't go messaging big brands like Red Bull, for example, asking or expecting thousands and thousands of pounds, because that's just not how it works. They're not even going to take you seriously, and you're just wasting your time, which might seem a little bit disheartening, and you might also think that your value or you're worth more than you are. Finally, this is probably not one that you want to hear, but prepare for disappointment, because it's very unlikely that the first shop or brand that you message is going to give you exactly what you want or even what you feel that you deserve.
Won't stop till I hear him say.
My final tip for the video then, you've got your first sponsor or you've got your dream sponsor, but that's certainly not the finish line. You've got to keep them sponsors happy. It's really important that you don't view a sponsorship as the finish line in your career. In actual fact, you should view it as a starting point, using them opportunities to help you grow and develop as a rider alongside the brand. A great way to build the relationship with your sponsor is to pay them a visit, go see what they're up to, and show interest in their goals and what they're doing and how you can help, because sponsorship is a two-way street and it's not all just about you. Finally, I've always given 110%, not left any stone unturned, and always gone the extra mile when it comes to putting in effort and working with a brand. But it is important to have thick skin, because it is a very cutthroat industry at times and it can be quite disappointing. So you've got to build up a thick skin. But I've always viewed it, if I know that I've given my all, then it's nothing personal, it's just business, and that is sometimes how it goes. So there we have it then. On the outside, being a professional mountain bike rider might look like the dream, easy life, but behind the scenes, there is a business mindset which has taken a lot of dedication, commitment, and sacrifice to get people exactly where they want to be. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you've enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below, and if you have any questions, please let us know, and I will see you guys in the next video.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a